United States Commerce Department imposed sanctions on Chinese technology companies and announced last week revealed that China's military is engaged in dangerous work related to brain control warfare research. The announcement of the sanctions provided limited specific details of the work by China's Academy of Military Medical Sciences and 11 related Chinese research institutes. Commerce's Bureau of Industry and Security said only that the Academy and its affiliates are using biotechnology process to support Chinese military, to include purported brain control weaponry. However, 3 reports by the People's Liberation Army obtained by Inside the Ring shed light on the depth of China's brain warfare research and showed that it was been underway for several years. The translated 2019 reports discussed developing brain control weaponry as part of what Chinese officials called the intelligentization of warfare. According to one of the reports, advances in science and technology are leading to upgrades in methods and the ability to subdue enemies. The report, which headlined The Future of the Concept of Military Supremacy, says that war was started to shift from the pursuit of destroying bodies to paralyzing and controlling the opponent. The focus is to attack the enemy's will to resist, not physical destruction. Brain science is being used to extend warfare in the sphere of human consciousness, causing the brain to become the main target of offense and defense of new concept weapons, the report added. To win without fighting is no longer far-fetched, it stated, quoting Asian strategist Sun Tzu's maxim. The report, which was published in the official military newspaper PLA Daily, also asserted that China is merging 4 major technology fields for military purposes: nano, bio, information, and cognition. Salih Khodayar, Prime Minister of East Turkistan Government-in-Exile, says, I fear that Uyghurs and other Turkic peoples in occupied East Turkestan are being used as test subjects, initial targets of China's brain control warfare. This might also explain the lack of will by many Uyghurs to resist China and ongoing genocide. East Turkestan Awakening Movement also commented on this, saying, China has been using East Turkestan and its people as a test base and test subject for nuclear weapons, conventional weapons, artificial intelligence, surveillance technology, psychological warfare, and now perhaps even brain control warfare. East Turkistan Government-in-Exile is calling the international community to refuse to watch the genocide game. Everyone should boycott the Beijing 2022 genocide games by refusing to watch it, and instead organize demonstrations across the world to protest China's ongoing genocide in East Turkestan and its other crimes in Tibet, Hong Kong, and South Mongolia. Anyone can boycott the Beijing Olympics. Everyone should. A lot of countries, including the US, boycott the China's genocide game diplomatically. Diplomatic boycott the Chinese genocide game is not the strongest gesture, but it's better than nothing. The good news is that boycotting that spectacle hosted by one of the world's most repressive regimes is something everyone can do. It's easy. When NBC's broadcast comes on, don't watch, read a book instead, or go for a walk. Whatever you do, just don't contribute to the high viewership, and thereby teach a lesson in the cost of collaboration with the Chinese regime, to the network and to the corporate sponsors who pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for 30 seconds of advertising during the games. According to a report on Chinese government-affiliated media, People's Daily, 2022 will mark the 30th anniversary of diplomatic relationship between China and Central Asian countries. The Chinese report emphasizes on so-called 2,000 years of long-lasting friendship between them and Central Asian countries, as they always do to deceive the audience. However, the fact is, as what Salih Khodayar, the Prime Minister of East Turkestan in Exile, said, Central Asians will always oppose Chinese imperialists' efforts to expand into and colonize Central Asia. Chinese efforts to take Central Asia will fail, just like it failed over 2,000 years during the Hun-Sino War and 1,270 years ago at the Battle of Talas.